It's me. How we doing? How we been? Big stuff tonight here on stream. We're doing some watching. We're watching the SmackDown. Doing our business here. I'm going to be making some announcements. We're going to be building the first round of the World Cup. It's exciting times. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. Exciting times here tonight on the LS11 universe. It's great to be here after a wild day. Genuinely, just a wild day, to put it simply. Not a bad day. Not a bad day by any means. Just a wild day. I started my Christmas shopping today, so that's fun. Can't wait for the indie show. I'm not even done with the indie show. I am one match in out of 10. There are 10 matches on the indie show. But I am one match in, and I gotta record the rest after I get done on stream tonight because I have D&D tomorrow, so I can't. So I'm going to get everything put together. Unfortunately, I can't use my notepad the way I normally would. I'm excited for sure. Some of us are in the indie show this week. All sorts of exciting things. And Ring of Honor tomorrow as well. We got Ring of Honor tomorrow as well. Don't forget, everybody, donations still going. To give you guys a rundown on the incentive list of things we've accomplished so far. So far, we had that you guys got to choose Sunday's game. I have not been able to get 2K14 working, quite honestly. I just have not been able to get it working in any way, shape, or form. So we may do another poll tonight of a different game for a different wrestling game. We'll see. We might just do it day of. We hit the $100 mark where I said nothing but nice things about Kaz last week, and then he ended up winning a belt, which was hilarious. We did the unfiltered 20-minute Q&A in the Discord voice channel for more like 3.5 hours. I had my huge announcement, which was the return of LAW, and then I did some more huge announcements as well. The Christmas special is greenlit. I'm working on the script for it as we speak. We've got the fully modded 2K19 MyRise playthrough that will begin soon. Ray came on stream and shaved his mustache last Saturday. Last Saturday? Yeah, last Saturday. And Fans Book TNA is the most recent thing we've hit. We are $10 away from Creative Team Writes Raw for a second time. Now, I know you guys are going to be like, oh, well, when are we going to get to write TNA? Are we going to get to write Fallout from Slammiversary? No, you're not. You will get to write the week after the Fallout from Slammiversary. So not this upcoming Thursday. You will not get to write the episode for... you're not going to get to write the episode for Thursday, the... Hold on. Oh, we got Booker T on SmackDown tonight. Oh, boy. Hold on. Looking very debonair. Check out the dreads, dog. Check out the dreads. Hey, Pierre. Hey, Flame Shadow. But yeah, you guys are not going to get to write the Thursday the 9th episode. You'll be getting to write the October 16th episode of TNA. Title Thursday. Well, keep in mind, Zach, this is also going to be on the road to the next TNA special. So, like, there's only 2 weeks left until that. But things we got coming up for donations this week, tonight and Sunday. How things are looking is you guys At $10 more from now, you guys will get to book, the creative team will book an episode of Raw. At $500, we hit the original goal, which is that chat will get to choose what wrestler I cosplay for Survivor Series. $550, stand-in Luigi will do a watch-along stream on Monday for Raw, completely in my place. 600, Missile will have another match in LS11 Universe. 650, I do another 24-hour stream. 700, I do an episode of the World Cup Live. 750, Carnold Zanzenegger, the Exterminator audio drama gets greenlit. $800, Too Many Xanders 13 gets greenlit. $850, I will write and release a comic book, because I'm a published author, don't you know? At $900, chat will book an entire episode of Raw. $950, you guys will determine what I do to my beard, if you like what you want me to shave it into. And at $1,000, ARW makes its return to LS11 Universe. So, KJ asks how the booking is going to work. You guys are going to book the matches. I'm going to handle the results, just like what happened with LAW. Last year on the telethon, one of the incentives was fans book LAW, and I told you guys you had a limit of 7 matches. You guys booked the 7 matches. I handled weaving in the rest of the stories from it. So, for example, let me see here. Oh, there's Randall. He's got some backup. The Viper's here. I owe you an apology. It was very rude of me to interrupt you that way without at least introducing myself first. Ladies and gentlemen. So, last year we had, or at the beginning of this year, we had In the Hands of the Universe, and you guys booked the matches for the show. And so, like this stuff right here, like the segments with Carnold and JT, and then me showing up, I booked. But then the fans booked Drake Maverick challenge for the grand title because JT paid for a grand title match for Drake Maverick. But then I added this Triton segment. And then the fans got to pick the Zander and Blackstone match to happen. Again, I added the Adrian Nova promo. And then the people said Zilla Fatu versus Yamashita. I picked who won that one, based on who it fit the best story-wise. I was done using Yamashita and just hadn't taken him off the website, so I just had Zilla Fatu pretty much squash him to get rid of him. Kevin requested a match, and the fans said Raj Desi, and so I did that. And I decided to give Kevin the upset win. The people booked the coven of Jade and her old partner Samantha Shade, who maybe should return at some point if I can find a creative wrestler for her. Booked them to take on the Beautiful Blondes. Again, I picked who was going to win that one, and I picked that the coven got the win. I added this segment here because the people voted for a big 6-person match. The people requested this 6-woman tag match of the Blackstone Empire back when Eliza was a heel to face off with 3 of the competitors that were going to be in the chamber. I again picked the winners. I had the segment with Carnold. For some reason, believe it or not, this is not me. This is Tatum's original created wrestler. He got booked into a match with Maven. And he won. Forgot about this match. And then we had the 6-man tag match of the Syndicate, which was Brandon and these guys, against JT, JC, and Zach Park. Not Zach Rushing, Zach Parker. And it was just an absolute squash against the internet champion, which there's a lot of lore behind why that happened that I'll talk about behind the scenes sometime. I was drunk at this point in the show. That got added in because the fans had driven me mad. And then the people voted for the main event to be a no-holds-barred match between DJ and Chris Danger. So there you go. So long story short, you guys will book the matches. I will handle the results.
is a prophecy.
Not a prediction, but a prophecy.
What he does best, trying to create controversy, drive a wedge between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton as we get set for our main event later tonight. Cody's got something to think about. Randy as well. Well, Tiffany Stratton is the WWE Women's Champion. Tonight, she signs the contract for her crown jewel clash with Stephanie McCurry.
Hey, you just gonna walk by and not explain yourself? There's nothing to explain. You watched me get pinned last week. Should have kicked out. I took 3 finishers. Do you not know how tag teams work? We watch each other's backs. Yeah, you're supposed to be watching my back, but you always standing in my way. This is done. You are telling me this is done? You're telling me this is done. Yeah, I'm not being cool about this whole thing. Because normally,
Was that live?
All right. We got the Sami Zayn U.S. Open. Come on, Obafemi. Do it, WWE. Do it, cowards. Wrap the fucking rocket to Obafemi. Do it.
In short time, Sami Zayn has become one of the most fighting champions in the history of the United States title. And Sami does it again tonight. Puts the gold on the line in an open challenge. Who will step up? Find out live next.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, come on, Obafemi, accept the open challenge and annihilate him. And then I'm just like fully expecting it to just like be Carmelo or something. Like, me. Oh, come on, do it. Bring up Obafemi and do it. Pull the trigger, WWE. Pull the trigger and make the big man champion. Reality, it's gonna be fucking Santos Escobar or something. Or like Solo or something. What are the matches that we didn't book for the indie show? You guys booked all the matches. I actually DM'd JT earlier. Watch it be Miz. Yeah. I had to DM JT earlier because admittedly I felt a little bad because the 2 DPW matches he booked were matches that were going to happen anyway. But just for the sake of showing you guys, I am scared to click these buttons at risk of accidentally showing anything I shouldn't. But because JT paid money and these 2 matches were already planned, I asked him if he wanted to change them. So here's your full card. The DPW tag titles, NRW versus Zander and Joe Hendry. DPW title, Calvin Tankman versus Adrian Nova. Chris Danger versus Maven. Danhausen versus Nick Wayne. Jake Something versus Zajac. Nixon Newell versus Blue Kane. Axiom and the Lucha Bros versus Miz, Kaz, and AJ Francis. JT and Hemlock versus Alexander Blackstone, Casey Styles. Alexa Bliss versus Blake Monroe. And then the matches I let JT sub in because technically he donated for matches that were already happening. The GCW title, Suzuki versus Baszler. And Trios titles, the Nexus versus the Shield. My one caveat to that one when JT told me he wanted to do Nexus versus Shield was this has got to be the last time anyone pays for anything involving me putting Fred Rose or PJ Black and Heath Slater together again because I'm so tired of Remember the Nexus. Everyone keeps asking me to do Nexus stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to. I took them off TNA because I didn't want to keep putting them together. So I was like, this is the last time. So yeah, the Shield's going to wrestle on the indie show tomorrow. Have fun. But there's no more matches being booked for the show. 10 matches is already too much. Like, it's already too many matches for me. I already fell asleep doing the first one. Yeah, well, you know, Suzuki versus Shayna is a money pick. It really is. It really fucking is. Excuse me. Oh, man. Still gonna kill the Nexus, aren't they? I'll never tell. But yeah, get your donations in tonight, folks, because we only got 2 more streams for the telethon. And I would love to hit some of these incentives. I really want to hit that 500 one for you guys to get to pick what wrestler I'm going to cosplay.
Cincinnati and number 14 ranked Iowa State, and Sunday in that stadium there, paid-for stadium on the banks of the
Also, I have no idea what's going on with SmackDown. This is admittedly why Doc said that when Z3 said he heard it was going to be a double feature SmackDown, this is kind of why Doc said he would believe it when he saw it. Because we didn't even get a single feature. Come on. Give me what I want, WWE. All right, Mello. I'll take Mello. I'll take Mello.
Another opportunity. Whoa. Hold the phone.
Oh my god, Carmelo's getting promo time, too?
Sammy, you know exactly why I'm here. Me and you, we already did this thing. But here's the difference. This time, I don't have anybody holding me back.
Watch Miz Cosplay. Yeah, probably.
I don't have anybody clouding my vision, taking my focus away from beating you for that United States Championship. Because Sammy, you know how great I am. I know how great I am. And tonight, here in Cincinnati, I'm the best I've ever been.
Mello, Sammy, around 2. Honestly, I'm positive someone's answered the Cena Open Challenge will win. Yeah, Cesaro 3 times in a row. Like, yep, and there's Miz.
I guess Miz just took Carmelo's focus off the matchup. Miz extremely upset after.
So, maybe someone else? They're not going to just call off the U.S. Open, right?
Look, I'm not sure Hayes is going to.
Oh. Oh. Are we going to do this?
Wow, that is just so unfortunate. U.S. title challenge. I'll take it.
Fuck yes. Triple H, you bald fraud. Give me what I want.
Sami Zayn is going to have to defend the championship against Aleister Black here on Friday Night SmackDown. Mentioned before, Book, Zayn, one of the most fighting champions in the history of the United States title. This will be his 5th defense in a little over a month. He's taken on Ray Phoenix, John Cena, Carmelo Hayes, last week Javon Evans, and tonight Aleister Black. And this has got to be a tough one for Sami. No chance to...
Come on, Aleister.
Now, I understand that in open challenges, that's the way it works, but Black is an unorthodox dude.
Yeah, Priest costing him doesn't sound like the most unlikely outcome, but I will hold on to the hope that maybe. Yeah, Priest is gonna cost him.
Black's a former
Oh.
NXT champion, but doesn't look like Aleister Black has ever competed. Wow, what a kick by Black! The dangerous of
Hey,
Aleister
Daryl.
Black, and that one floored Sami Zayn. May have broken his nose.
Let me. I will finally be able to reveal the bracket for World Cup Round 1 tonight.
What those kicks feel like from Aleister Black, but as I was mentioning before, this is the first opportunity. If we take another look at the sudden impact of the kick by Black, Booker, I find this hard to believe, but apparently this is Black's first opportunity.
He's still down with them putting the belt on Black. Yeah.
Like I say, sometimes you're not thinking about putting yourself in that championship position. Just want to go out there and prove how good you are in that locker room. I think this is the opportunity that this guy can actually cash in on and show the world, and win the championship tonight. Great point. What I'm talking about? Exactly what I'm talking about. Wasting a lot of time right here, man. And Booker, you mentioned it moments ago. Black, in your mind, wasted too much time there when he may have Sami Zayn put away. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you definitely got to have a game.
Let's see.
Preparation is the only look. Look at that. The guy's definitely, hold on a second. Here's the cover kick out by Zayn. Definitely prepared his choices in ring acumen.
I am getting everything put in order here for how many votes each wrestler got to potentially win the World Cup. For a quick reference, folks, just so people know, obviously due to recent allegations, Masha Slamovich is not in the World Cup. She has instead been replaced by the debuting Alex Windsor. So, Alex Windsor did not receive any of Masha's votes. Instead, we just put her at a flat 0, which means it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle for her. She's going to have to fight one of the higher ranked people in the tournament. But that will be, you know. Just kind of how it is. TNA Arena that used the new permanent one, or one time. Seems to have gotten enough of a positive reception where I'll probably keep it around. People seem to like it, so until I get a modded TNA Arena, which I really want, I just... Just kind of a situation where... there hasn't been a good one. There's like a retro TNA modded arena, but I don't want to use that one. But yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, no. Masha has been completely pulled from the tournament and will not be featured in it. So...
He does have educated team right now. He's using them on Sammy, but Sammy just combated with a big right hand, and that's what you got to do. You just got to bite down and sit in the pocket and throw hands, man.
I wasn't sure that was a question that would cost me. No, that's fine. The unfiltered questions are more like the random bullshit JT will ask. If you want me to be extremely inappropriate, you have to pay, essentially, is what it is.
Did not even see it coming, man. Trust me. Very aggressive Black tonight. We've seen how aggressive he's been over the past number of weeks in his rivalry with Damian.
Like, you guys heard how... I'm surprised no one has made a comment yet about that JT promo from yesterday. Like, I am shocked there's been no comment about the Jadam promo from TNA yesterday.
But the one thing you cannot come back is Sami Zayn's heart, his will, and his determination to win. Headbutt, Zayn's in trouble. It's another open challenge for Sami Zayn's United States Championship, Aleister Black. After Vince took out Carmelo Hayes, took the challenge, and Sami Zayn trying to fight back.
All right, there we go.
Dominated so far by Black.
I've got my full list. Now, let me reorder it again.
I don't like that right there. Sammy's a little bit more in tune with what he wants to do right there, but right there just got a little out. Oh, wait a minute.
Big frog after he came up the bottom rope. Black now face first off the apron. Sammy.
He's the Cutler TNA. Don't let him talk about Cutler. I mean the Dark State one. That's different. That's a very different situation. You'll know it when you see it though, KJ, because it is, as Peter said, it is the most accurate JT promo ever.
And there it is, the prestigious United States Championship, the held by dozens of Hall of Famers, including the man to my right.
I'm one of them.
Sami Zayn rolls through now off the leapfrog. Block Black, turns it around. It's a huge shot. Sami Zayn covering a kick out. A Michinoku driver by Sami Zayn almost put Black away. Book, you mentioned you've been a former United States champion. As we take another look at Sami Zayn here. Booker, what does it mean to carry the prestigious United States title?
I mean, it means everything. But like Sammy, I mean, he's carrying it a little different. Like I say, even if Sammy didn't have that championship, people would still look at him as the people's champion.
All right, here it is, Cutler James of Team Zander. Cutler James is kind of shit, is the thing. Like, Cutler James just has no charisma. JT's just unhinged. That's all it is.
Before Zayn kicked out, and maybe frustration beginning to build in Aleister Black.
Get the job done, and the thing is, if he's sitting on his behind right there, he's not going to be able to get the job done with Sami Zayn. He's not going to do it that way, man.
I've been impressed with the aggressiveness of Aleister Black here tonight. Looking to win his first singles championship on.
Oh, yes.
Now look for Blue Thunder Bomb. He caught it. Wow. Oh, a nice take out at the knees.
That's what I'm talking about right here.
Covered for the championship. A kick out by Zayn, but again, these frequent near falls by Black wearing the champion down.
I can tell you this is a different Aleister Black right here going to try to win this matchup by any means necessary. Staying on the gas, this plays the back right here because we are truly in those deep waters right now.
Black, not known as a high flyer, going to take every risk he can, however, to try to secure the United States Championship. Sammy back to his
Man, some of the names that didn't... excuse me. Some of the names that didn't really get any votes in the World Cup shocks me. Never forget Black ones. In LS11 Universe, yeah. Elimination Chamber. I remember that. I remember booking that. Because that was back when Randy wasn't doing much. Remember, Randy wasn't at the first LS11 WrestleMania.
important moment here to wrestle the momentum. Sami Zayn and Aleister Black battling for the United States Championship.
Hey, Bad Dog. Good to see you. I'm pretty good. Good to have you here.
Striking ability, the martial arts. Oh, rolls it up. Isn't enough to retain. Black turns it around and with a cover of his own. And a kick out at 2. And Black kick right through the midsection. Into the ropes, up over the top, sunset flip, roll through by Black. Big kick.
God, an entire quarter of the World Cup didn't get any votes.
Near fall for Black. And look at your Black. How do you continue to focus on these constant kicks?
I guess that's one way to remember the show. I guess.
All those all those title defenses. You can tell right now it's beginning to catch up with Sami Zayn a little bit. Right now, Aleister Black is in perfect position to cash in tonight.
Take it. Look, that's a great point because it's one thing to have a match every week. It's another thing to have a title each and every week against opponents that you don't know who they're going to be.
Not just that, Michael. I mean, they always talk about the match, the big fight, but they don't really talk about the training and what goes into it. Right now, Sami Zayn has put a lot into these last few months, and trust me, it's got to be the hardest thing what has ever done in this business.
Black fouls it up with White. Now a combination.
No days off. No days off for Sami Zayn. No days off for this guy right here. He's shooting to be the champion, but how long can he go? Well, that's the question.
And Sami's made a career of that, look, but fight each and every night. That was Fisher White. Separate these two. But Black again on the attack. He's got to be careful not to be disqualified here.
No, the referee needs to.
The Black versus Murphy feud is an all-time for L7. It really is. And I know a lot of people are just fully expecting it to happen again. I still will never forget when there was that episode of Raw a few weeks ago, or a few months ago. No, Zach, there isn't. Because if I thought it could have been better, I would have re-recorded it.
Oh yes, man.
I like all the WrestleMania main events. Anyways, no, it's weird to think. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Was it with the World Cup? It was probably with the World Cup. What the fuck was I saying? Hold on, let me unmute the stream here to hear what I was saying. What was I talking about? Okay, I remember now. So it was on Raw a few weeks ago. The night of the Cena heel turn. I remember because I wasn't home for it. I was actually back in my hometown on accident. I had ended up taking a big delivery that took me all the way back out there, so I just stayed the night. I just remember that night on Raw was when Buddy needed a tag partner. That was the arrival of Danhausen. And I just remember so vividly Buddy being like, yeah, I'm going to need a partner tonight. And then you literally hear, I'll be your partner, coming from off screen. And for some reason, everyone in the chat was like, I wonder if it'll be Aleister Black. I was like, what? That was very clearly Danhausen's voice. Oh, I thought they'd done the title change for a second there because the ref did hit 3. But the knee was sick. But anyway, yeah, no. Can't wait for Damian Priest to continue his gimmick of ruining really good matches by getting involved and causing a DQ. But anyway, yeah, no. And then when Danhausen came out, someone came in the chat and was like, I just got here, but what the fuck? Why isn't his partner Aleister Black? And I said, I don't know, maybe because Aleister Black has tortured him for the last 6 years? And this guy was like, I bet Buddy would forgive. For what? What has Aleister done to earn Buddy's forgiveness? He literally tortured him for 5 years. This matchup is cooking, by the way.
He's about to go off the keypad. Aleister Black eluded the Helluva kick, delivered a massive meteora, but Sami's still able to kick out.
I can still sense the thing in, man. You can still sense this win here tonight. Trust me.
Booker, this has been a hell of a match for the United States Championship.
It has been.
The pop tells me Priest is about to pop up. Yeah, there's Damian Priest. And Aleister's about to turn right around into a Helluva kick, isn't he? Yep. Leave it to Damien.
Sammy's been a hell of a champion. Tonight, but
You ain't lying about it. Look at that negative right there. And who thought the ball? Perfect position. Fight that devil to race. 1, 2, 3, bam.
you know, a number of weeks ago, Aleister Black told Damian Priest, I kicked you in the face because I wanted to expose you. And, thank you. Hey, unlike Jay last week, at least Damian was polite taking it off the table. And, I don't think I've ever seen anyone clear off our table, I guess I'm going to say as nicely, Damian Priest just did.
Let's get out of the way here.
You think?
Think something about that happening.
Aleister Black said that Damian Priest lives by a code. And Priest gonna show Black what that code is all about.
Oh boy. All right, let's see. All right, I'm finally through all of the people that are at 0 votes in the World Cup. Said it before, I'll say it again. We watch too much wrestling for our own good. Booking trips are so easy to spot, and that annoys me. Yeah. Ooh. This is one of the first matches to come up through how you guys booked the World Cup to really make me just go like, ooh, I'm interested. Oh, and another one that makes me think that.
I was just thinking.
Actually, Chelsea, I'm in the middle of discussing an opportunity for Sol and Zara.
Every time you can tell them that we're giving them the opportunity of a lifetime. Slayton of my secret purpose. They're gonna have to prove themselves though, because the last time I got in the ring with them, I tried it. First of all, we're not interested. Second of all, the last time I checked, we beat you and your secret purpose down in NXT, so we should have to audition anyways.
Yeah, we're not looking to be part of the secret purpose. We're looking to prove ourselves to be contenders for the entire time.
Tell them that they would be so lucky to get the chance of a lifetime to be in my secret purpose. Tell them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that,
Well,
Chelsea.
since we're all here,
I would hate to miss out on this chance of a lifetime.
oh, why don't we choose this chance of a lifetime into a match tonight?
Oh, man. Oh, we're going to get Zaruka in action on SmackDown.
Chelsea, you've got a match tonight with Sol and Zaria.
Well, that's what took place earlier today.
Amazing. Can't wait for Slammiversary. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's going to be a fun time. Oh, my feed has just gone. Oh, it's back.
Great match for both of these tag teams tonight. Looking at Jockey in position for a possible tag team title opportunity down the road.
All right.
Sorry, from NXT.
Well, I finally get to announce round 1 of the World Cup tonight, at least. That's fun. Yo, why does Alexa Bliss's Call of Duty model look so damn good? I always forget how good the COD models look for characters. Because I know the Cody model looked really good as well. Where's JT when we need him? To just start just dropping money. Because the only thing that can get added to the indie show is a grand championship match at this point. For every $100, you can choose someone to challenge for the grand title and just fill that match up. If you guys can think of anything else you want me to put over here that you'd be willing to donate for, let me know. And we'll get to it. Just since we're, 45 minutes in and we haven't moved that total at all. It's weird. It's like once we're getting into the middle of the tournament bracket is where I'm starting to get like, okay, now we're getting some matches that I'm interested in. A Joe Hendry style song, well, that's kind of what this is. That's kind of what the 75 is for. Oh, that's funny. One of the matches going down in the first round of the World Cup is actually a match happening in real life soon. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Ooh, that final round 1 match. Ooh, that's good. All right. So,
John Cena's final match. One last dance will be Saturday night's main event on December 13th in Washington, D.C. Tickets for Saturday night's main event will go on sale starting Friday, October 17th at 2 weeks from tonight at 10 a.m. Eastern. With pre-sale beginning Wednesday, October 15th, 3 days prior at 10 a.m. Eastern via Ticketmaster.com. Chelsea Green and Fire set for action here tonight. Big tag team matchup on Friday Night SmackDown.
a girl Sol Ruka. Weird seeing the Speed title finally on TV.
Before we talk about this odd couple tag team, a little programming note. Sol Ruka, Booker, you're going to be there going to be part of Team NXT on Tuesday night, but they take on Team TNA and NXT TNA Showdown. Traditional Survivor Series type tag team matchup. 4-on-4 Tuesday night. We're going to get to call all the action.
Oh, yes, I'm going to be there. Trust me. TNA, they coming in.
Thank you for the fiber, KJ. I'll bring Missile up here in a minute. We'll give her a treat.
Remember the champs, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair said, prove yourself, maybe we'll give you a tag title opportunity down the road.
It's a little different, you know, I'm not offering them buddies, pals, friends, or anything like that, but Saruka, she's a double champion. She's out there doing it at another level, and Zarya, normally it would be some a little jealousy, but nah. Zarya is always pumping Saruka up to that next level. That's what's different about this team. They are in it to win it.
Intense Zarya will start things off against Alpha Fire. Soruka made mention of this a little bit earlier on today when the backstage confrontation and this meeting met all of this. Soruka and Zarya backed off Kelsey Green and Piper Niven back in minutes to their parts. So they had success against Kelsey and company.
I'll tell you this, Zarya is a champion in the way, a champion
Yeah. Feel cheap, but it's all I can do. Life for me this week. Understandable. No worries. No worries at all. Yeah, we'll get Missile a treat here in a few minutes.
What I'm talking about right there. She can beat anybody in the middle of that ring on any given subject. Just waiting.
Yeah, we'll get Missile her treat before the stream's over.
Flying clothesline and Chelsea Green, the inaugural United States Women's Champion.
Okay, so you guys ready to hear what the World Cup round 1 is looking like this year? I'll make the actual graphics for it soon. I just sent Ray the lineup of matches and told him who I think should win each one. Told him I'm open to negotiation. We admittedly still haven't picked the winner. We went into World Cup 2 knowing Seth was winning. We went into World Cup 1 with 3 different ideas. Like, we had the 64 people for World Cup 1, and Kenny was the discussed winner at one point. Pretty much the final 4, with the exception of Moxley, were all the discussed winners at one point. So, Kenny, Finn, and Joe. Joe being the last one, when Ray was like, wait, this would be the perfect setup for Hendry to beat Samoa Joe. Which, again, Ray had to kind of convince me. Okay, so World Cup 3, Round 1. Here are your 64 women that are in it. Here are the 32 matches. This is going from the people with the closest amount of votes to the people with the biggest gaps. Just working our way backwards. Or you know what? No, I'm going to work my way top down because it's going to start with the people who got like the highest votes versus the lowest. And then like towards the middle is when things even up. And I'll say when things even up. The first name is always the name that got the most people predicting them to win it. So, the heavy favorite to win the tournament, Stephanie Vaquer, will face off with Willow Nightingale. Rhea Ripley will face Isla Dawn. So we have Chile versus the United States, Australia versus Scotland. United States is Tiffany Stratton, one half of the women's tag champions. Soul Snatcher. But, United States is Tiffany Stratton, one half of the women's tag team champions. And so she's going to take on Australia's Steph DeLander. United States Women's Champion Ireland's Becky Lynch will take on stand-in or last-minute replacement for the tournament, making her official debut. The United Kingdom's Alex Windsor will make her official LS11 debut against Becky Lynch. Japan versus Japan with Julia versus Rina. Japan versus Japan with Io Sky versus Maki Ito. England's Blake Monroe versus the Dominican Republic's Nikki Blackheart. The United States is Anna Jay versus China's Lei Ying Li. England's Bea Priestley versus Japan's Unagi Sayaka. The United States is Nikki Bella making her return against Japan's Sayori Anou. United States is Jade Cargill versus Japan's Chihiro Hashimoto. Puerto Rico's Zelina Vega versus Mexico's La Catalina. Australia's Zarya versus Canada's Ariana Grace. Let me double check about where this person is from, right? Miss Money in the Bank from the United States, Lola Vice versus Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Japan's Hikaru Shida. United States is Chris Statlander versus United States' Ivy Nile. Brazil's Ty Mello versus the United States' Izzy Moreno. Canada's Chelsea Green versus Puerto Rico's Carissa Rivera. The UK's Zaya Brookside versus Scotland's Piper Niven. New Zealand's Toni Storm versus Japan's Starlight Kid. United States' Shayna Baszler versus Canada's Taya Valkyrie. England's Paige versus Mexico's Flamer. Canada's Natalia versus Australia's Harley Cameron. Japan's Kairi Sane versus the United States' Megan Bain. Scotland's Alba Fire versus... Double check where she's from here. Shit, which side was she on here? Okay, she's Canadian. Yeah. But yeah, Scotland's Alba Fire versus Canada's Carmen Petrovic. Austria's Tekla versus Portugal's Killer Kelly. Canada's Rosemary versus Japan's Suri. Wales is Nixon Newell versus Japan's AZM, or Azuki. Japan's Mina Shirakawa versus the United States' Britt Baker. England's Jamie Hayter versus the United States' Callie Armstrong. Australia's Indy Hartwell versus the United States' Kalani Jordan. That's the one I said was funny because it's happening in real life. Germany's Bozilla versus... double check where she's from real quick. Versus Guinea's Queen Aminata. And finally, last but not least, Japan's Asuka versus Mexico's Thunder Rosa. So I will work on those graphics. We will see how many of those I can get through tonight. We'll see what happens. Huh. So yeah. Big ass World Cup. 64 women. To think we used to struggle to fill 30 women's slots and things. Yeah, Asuka Thunder Rosa, that one caught me off guard a little bit, but holy shit. I was not expecting that one to line up that way. And again, it's kind of exciting. We don't know who's winning the World Cup yet. This is the first season where I can say that. But we're doing it. So
So next weekend we are in Perth, Western Australia for Crown Jewel Weekend. It all gets underway next Friday. Special start time of 5 a.m. on the East Coast, 2 a.m. in the morning on the West Coast. It's the kickoff show live from Perth. Then Saturday, we get underway, of course, with the countdown show, 6 a.m. Eastern.
Oh shit! When's Crown Jewel again? Next weekend, right?
Followed by the post show immediately after the main event, all on the ESPN app. Let's take it back to this.
Could we have gotten any kind of fucking graphic on that one, Maggle, please, instead of just panning over the skyline while you talked about it? Okay, it is next Saturday. Okay, here we go. Crown Jewel Perth. Starts at 8 a.m. Okay. That's good to know because I'm going to be out of town next weekend. So I'll be doing my watch-along somewhere else. So I'll have to very much set things up weirdly. Love to see the Blue Thunder Bomb revitalization. This is 8 wins with the Blue Thunder Bomb, I believe. Hell yeah. I just want you all to remember. I need you all to remember. I gave you Seth Rollins versus Kenny Omega last year. Never ask me for anything again. Alright, let's see. I got you guys. I got you. I just read it out. I got you. I appreciate it, everybody, but I'm capable of Googling things.
Returns to Monday Night Raw. Remember, we start at 8 Eastern. That is 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, Monday night live on Netflix.
Cody, who cares?
You know I have your back.
Right back at you.
Don't let Paul Heyman drive the wedge because that's what he does best. Tonight,
4, 137, 5-3.
matchup. Randy and Cody Rhodes is together again to take on the nation's Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed live tonight. Let's head up to the ring now, and our general manager from SmackDown, Nick Aldis.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 week from tomorrow at Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia, 2 of our brightest shining stars and 2 champions, Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Buccaire, face off for the coveted Women's Crown Jewel Championship. Tonight, we make it official. So without further ado, please welcome the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
The woman who is undefeated in the year 2025. Tiffany Stratton, who last week, a big matchup surviving a triple threat with Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. She has had a hell of a championship run, book.
The hype is all real, man. I'm talking about got the championship. Got the rock it on the
They did. It was an all-time banger.
path to star. Boom. Put the back yellow back.
Yep, it's still one of my favorite matches I've ever done. And, like, part of why I did it and made it such a banger, like, I knew last year that was going to be one of the matches in the tournament. It was considered for the finals at one point. But at one point, Buddy was also considered to win the World Cup. Actually, I said Seth was the planned winner going in last year. No, Buddy was the planned winner, and then Ray and I had a massive miscommunication where, like, halfway through the tournament, he decided Seth was winning it because he wanted to do Seth Punk at Survivor Series. And he didn't communicate that to me until, like, round 4. And so there is a hard pivot in that tournament where Buddy wins it. Or where Buddy was winning it. And that is why the Joe Hendry story happened.
Champion. You want a battle royal at Evolution over the summer to earn an opportunity. And then look, a few weeks ago at WrestlePalooza, a classic match, stole the show, beating Io Sky to win the gold.
You need to roll those R's a little bit better, Conan. Stepping it around. Okay.
Okay, Booker. Sure. Sure, Grandpa.
You've been brushing up. I'm impressed. My wife would be proud.
She's bad, man.
She's good. Real good.
Buddy versus Dan and versus King were both banger semifinals. Yeah.
Eres una gran campeona. You are a great champion. And I know I have only been champion for 2 weeks. But Tiffany, I will show you who I am. Te voy a llevar al infierno.
Huh.
Because
Interesting.
I won't be losing anymore.
Fun fact, Queen Aminata's age is unknown.
Stephanie, since the moment you got signed, I could not wait to step foot in a ring with you. Stephanie Vicker versus Tiffany Stratton. We are some of the best, and we proved that when we won these titles. However, in Perth, Australia, at Crown Jewel, there will be only one woman walking out of the Crown Jewel, and it will.
I mean, I know they say you never ask a woman her age, but hey, Queen Aminata, I kind of need to put ages on the graphics. It's gonna look weird if it just says question mark. Then again, it said it for Ricky last year. Ricky, fucking never forget, Ricky was in the, not Ricky Saints, Ricky Gibson was in the World Cup last year. So, and he had an unknown age. 5'9", 145.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vicker for the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship next week at Crown Jewel Perth.
Get him back. He's not gone because I want him gone. He's missing because there's not been a created wrestler for him. I want him back.
East Coast. I should say 8 a.m. on the East Coast, 5 a.m. on the West Coast. Will it be Tiffany time? Or will it be Stephanie Vickers time?
Oh, yes.
Oh, hi, Julia.
Don't you notarize that contract just yet. Because we have a business proposal for Stephanie. So Stephanie, you've worked incredibly hard to become a champion. Truly. It's commendable. But let me be the first to tell you, no. Let Julia and I be the first to tell you that you're a star. Right? You know that. But you're just not a superstar yet. Now don't listen to them, okay? I can give that to you if you accept my services. Obviously, my rates are high. But the level of prestige that you'll reach, it's priceless. I'm in the middle of cornering the market and taking Julia to the top of this division. And as you can see, she outshines Tiffany as the best women's champion on SmackDown.
Frankie and AJ Styles. I'm pretty sure they had a pretty decent match too, right?
What I can do for you, Stephanie. I could make you the women's crown jewel champion. Right? The choice is yours. Or you can end up like Tiffany time back there.
Oh, it's on the hard. Tiffany strong. Recovering goes right after Tiana James. And now turning their attention to the United States Women's Champion, Julia. For the SVP, the Stephanie McCare-bomb. Julia able to get out of harm's way.
I'm glad Julie is at least doing something.
Interested to see Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie McCare allied tonight against Julia and Kiana James. A battle a week from tomorrow at Crown Jewel. Booker, what do you make of Julia and Kiana trying to get involved here tonight?
So that was a power play. That was a money move for him. But I liked it.
Booker T with me here at ringside. Corey Graves still convalescing at home after the attack.
He's finished.
Brothles, he's not finished, so he'll be back in a couple of weeks from what I understand. Hey, let's take it back to what happened a bit earlier today involving our general manager, Nick Aldis. He's not done.
You can make a big name for yourself, but trust me, it is not going unnoticed. Now look, I know you got a lot going on, especially with TNA versus NXT Showdown this Tuesday, but look, Personal is a bright future for you here on SmackDown.
I appreciate you, boss man. Thank you.
Hey, Javon, sir, it's good to see you. Hermano, that match against Sami Zayn last week, woo! That was impressive. We are cool, right?
Yeah.
But that made me think of what we could do if we went one-on-one.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Hey,
What's that? Hold on. Anything, just sitting down? Why are you wasting your time with these two playing lizards?
Let me give you all a fresh reminder. First of all, he's a rookie. Also, we, the former AAA Tag Team Champions, are going to beat these guys. And that was on SmackDown.
That's how goofy it is. But since y'all want to keep running y'all off, see me run it back. Oh, no, what you did.
Oh, we're getting Javon on SmackDown tonight?
This is Los Gaza tonight.
Oh, all right. 7, 5, 10.
Get booked that took place earlier today. We got the tag team matchup right now.
They are, I'm starting to get worried Javon's not going to be the one to get the NXT title because it looks like they might be getting ready for a call-up. They're kind of treating him like they did Mello a couple of years ago.
So much fun to watch, Siobhan Evans. It's this man.
And his tag team partner from Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 182 pounds, Frankie.
Hey, Booker, buckle up. Tag team action all the way live.
Salt Lake City. It's back-to-back action. Friday Night SmackDown wins the night. Then Saturday night's main event takes it over the top.
Huh. Okay.
The stage is set.
Someone just brought a fucking printing error in my book to my attention. So yet another thing I gotta fix tonight. Hold on. It's always great, especially with how many people have ordered the book at this point. How many times there's just issues like this in it. Which one's on this? I just haven't gotten there. I just haven't gotten there. I know he's not. I haven't touched the website all week, Zach. I know he's not there. I haven't touched the website since last week. Or since Tuesday. So it's on my docket of things to do. I will probably do it on Sunday. Also, I'm just going to tell you, because you've been saying it for like 5 years now. Saying don't get mad before something is not a band-aid to stop me from getting upset. It doesn't work like that. Okay, 5/5/26. Just gonna say like. Also, just so everyone knows, because they're gonna see it on the website, because you're all gonna see it on the website at some point anyway, or not on the website, in the brackets and stuff anyway. If someone is a current champion, they're not gonna be holding their belt on the World Cup graphic, because you never know when they might lose it.
Mattel Creations. The made-to-order figure arrives in shorts and a jersey, ready to talk word life here at John Cena, just like he did so memorably at SmackDown on June 27th. You'll get a mic to drop, plus 2 interchangeable heads and 4 sets of hands. That's 4. Pre-order yours now at MattelCreations.com.
See, what bothers me is I'm tired of people lying. I'm tired of people crying and wasting time on their BS stories. See how to do what was best for Drew. And that was shut his ass up. See, people like to talk a lot until the situation gets spicy. And see me, I'm on a whole nother time. I was broke, foaming out the mouth. So what you think I'ma do if somebody disrespects me, huh?
pressure, and I'm gonna wake their ass up for sleeping on me. But let's keep it 100.
Yeah, no, I didn't even touch the website on Tuesday, actually. I've not touched the website in over a week. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Coming from me. You're going straight to the bottom and to the top. It's exactly where I'm going. And if you ain't know, take a 5-2. It's all gas. No break for it. Got it right, man.
30, 3, 5.
With a combined weight of 420
Jacob Fatu scares me. Young time. Real talk, dog.
And Drew McIntyre may want to be a bit concerned about Mr. Fatu. Meanwhile, tag team action here tonight. Let's Garces, Berto and Angel, who actually knocked off that team of Javon Evans from NXT and Ray Phoenix here on SmackDown a number of months ago. Rematch here tonight. Javon Evans, Booker, and again, this coming Tuesday, want to remind everyone, Evans will be a part of Team NXT versus Team TNA. The showdown on Tuesday night. Roll up by Evans and a kick out. Those 4-on-4 traditional Survivor Series style matches.
Oh, man. I will be doing a watch along for Invasion. It's Invasion. Call it what it is. Call fucking spade a spade.
Evans took Sami Zayn to the limit last week. Covered now by Berto in a kick out. Evans beat Josh Brooks at No Mercy last week, and then a big tag team matchup on NXT this past Tuesday. But Los Garces, former AAA World Tag Team Champions, Cousins, know each other so well. So, Psycho Clown, then a nice rain. Oh, and Evans with a big chop.
Now he's gonna have to actually put his hands to his work right there. He's trying to fight out of it.
Oh, Berto and Angel's got to ground Evans in Phoenix. It's got to be the strategy. Nice drop kick by Berto. Cover again on Evans. Brought that one right in the mouth and a kick out.
You can understand it, John. Javon Evans, he's no true tag team wrestler right now. He's showing a little bit.
Fuck showdowns, Invasion, you bunch of cowards. Yep. Agreed. Trust me, if I were to do an Invasion style show for NXT or anything like that, it will be called Invasion because I'm not a fucking coward. And I'm not going to comply to fucking Israel.
Oh, wait a minute.
Phoenix gonna fly up over the top.
This guy right here, Ray Phoenix, can do it all. And for that move right there, all he needs is a cape. Oh, yes.
Evans gonna fly as well. Told you this is gonna be a high flying matchup.
Wait a minute. Y'all don't see back again.
The elimination by Evans. Tag team action continues live. Look at this. Booker, have you ever gotten that amount of hang time in your career?
No, I haven't. I'll just jump up with this kid right here. He's amazing. What I like to call extra.
There. Okay, I had to fix a printing error in my book, but it's taken care of now. Alright, let's see. 5'2", 119, 37.
Last week in the United States Championship Open Challenge against Sami Zayn. Hit that OJ cutter at the end, and I thought he was going to win it, but
he was so close. What impressed me about Javon Evans more than anything, 21-year-old kid with his head on his shoulders knows exactly what he wants out of this business. I love that.
Yeah, you told me about that a couple of weeks ago, that so wise beyond his years. The maturity level is insane for Evans. Berto takes a cheap shot.
Talk to this kid on a weekly basis and talk about these high-profile matches that he's been in. I'm telling you right now, that invaluable experience, you can't get it unless you're in the business. Get the beat down like that from Humberto Carrillo. Oh, yes, man.
Joe and Angel. Both Garza's now dominating. Tremendous tag team.
5'7", 34.
Themselves as well.
I plan on going to the World's End in Chicago December. 150 floor seats. It would be my 4th AEW event, 2nd AEW, 3rd pay-per-view in general. First time I'd say that's pretty cool. 34. Hope you have a good time.
Hall of Fame because of that book.
No, I ain't bragging today. I ain't bragging.
Oh, no, you would never brag. Tag made. Here comes Angel. Again, Garza's doing a great job. Isolating Javon Evans. What a double team. And Evans is in deep trouble. Meanwhile, Ray Phoenix nowhere to be found. Now on the other side tries to get back up on the apron. He gets back into this matchup. Cover. And a kick out by Evans at one.
Conspicuous by his absence is once more the is Santos Escobar, who seemingly posted something that teased he might be gone or leaving recently.
Cross body, reverse that into tap made Phoenix. Here's Ray Phoenix now. And face pick up. Ray Phoenix, the high flyer. Stopped in his tracks by Angel. Cover. And the thing is, Phoenix and Evans have not been able to get going. Look, every time they try, was Garza able to stop them.
Tag team expertise right there for both Garza.
First Chi-Town crowd in person. I've been to Chicago once. It was a good time. Alex and I went for like a day back in the summer.
Garza can pull it off tonight. They get into the tag team title hunt. Garza has been dominating here on Friday Night SmackDown over the team of Ray Phoenix and Javon Evans, teaming for this the second time in their career. Garza's former AAA World Tag Champions, and what an uppercut by Phoenix.
5'6", 141, 30.
Tag team expertise.
Well, Javon Evans just cleared Berto out of the ring. Angel able to slip underneath. Phoenix caught him with a kick to the face. Roll through now for a cross body. Caught by Angel.
Caught big time right there.
Things are starting to break down. The official Jason Ayers a handful in this matchup. Those Garza's now.
Let's rode through a tornado warning to get to AEW when there were people in Peoria this year. All right. $100. Oh, wait. $100 each way to the Caillou family. Oh, God. 410, 88.
Now Angel may be getting frustrated, trying to figure out what he needs to do to put this team away. Phoenix and Jawbreaker. This is the kick.
Right there.
Minneapolis crowds are solid, but Chicago's going to be insane. Well, like I said, I really hope you have a good time. I really do. That's exciting. I'm happy for you. I'm also just kind of locked in over here on getting some stuff done, so that's why I'm a little less talkative than normal. I'm trying to stay talkative, though.
Nice kick by Evans. And a big kick to the face. Angel.
Oh, man. It is a busy fucking couple weeks here on the channel. We got Slammiversary this week. We got Heatwave next week. It was on Punk. Well, just because you had one Chicago person doesn't mean the crowd didn't want more. I don't really know what to tell you there. But, anywho. Yeah, Yeah, we got Slammiversary this weekend, Heat Wave next week, Clash in Paris in 2 weeks, All In 3 weeks, and then Under Siege in 4 weeks. And then Great American Bash in 5 weeks. And then finally I'm going to get a break in 6 weeks, I think. I don't know for sure. Although I will say, you know what I'm kind of shocked no one has booked yet? I am shocked no one has booked Adrian Nova versus Javon Evans in LS11 Universe, like, when I've made it available for people to book stuff, seeing as they are legitimately cousins. Like, if you guys didn't know, Adrian Nova, Hanzo, in our chat and stuff, is legitimately related to Adrian, or to Javon.
But everybody's luck runs out. There are consequences.
5'7", 120.
So to answer.
Great example for the kids, as always. And I don't know how much time I just say it, but wake up, Damien. You think power is intimidation, when really
41.
Overcompensation. To try and silence me, try and put me down as many times as you like. I promise you, I will overthrow the toxic aggression era and show you what true masculinity is.
Wow, Kathy, it's a miracle. You really are positively masculine.
Oh boy. Priest, be cool, man, be cool!
He's good. Non-toxic. He'll be all right. To answer your question, I'm willing to take this as far as I have to. Plain and simple, Kathy.
5'2",
Alistair, SmackDown next week. You and me, one-on-one. Last man standing. We'll see who hits hard.
All right, last man standing next week.
A big man from Japan. 7 feet tall, 300 pounds of destruction. Tall, man. Tall. You've helped me win my first championship by smashing a small werewolf, Jacob Fatu. And man, was it a sight to see. There's a monster inside of me. Need you to bring it out. Show it. Because your loyalty will be rewarded as long as you're a part of our family.
Before I took so long, I love you.
There's something missing. Something missing for this family to be complete. Once I find that missing part, everyone, and I mean everyone, is all noticed.
Oh boy, what's the missing part to be complete gonna be? Oh, how nice is it to have the world champion wrestling in the main event of a show again? 1, 14, 32.
following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing at 222 pounds, he is the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Tony Rowe. It has been a hell of a night on Friday Night SmackDown, and what a way to wrap things up with our main event. Tony, Randy, against the Nation, live next.
So teasing a Tama return. That's all I can think it's gonna be, yeah. 5'5", 128, 33.
While the best in the world returns. The biggest names take center stage. Monday Night Raw. Monday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Only on Netflix.
Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm really excited to get World Cup 3 done. Keep this in mind as well. When World Cup 3 is approaching its finals, anyone who doesn't have access to World Cup 2 because they're not a member or a Patreon backer is going to get a damn near 12-hour supercut of the first two World Cup, or the second World Cup from last year. Oh, my nose. Sneezed hard on that one. But yeah, so with Crown Jewel next week, it's going to be interesting figuring out how I'm going to do the watch along for it. Because I'm going to be out of town. But I'll figure it out. Five, 8, 112, 33. And then I know what your finishers are because I used to call your matches all the time. Do it again soon. Five, 29. No. No actual name given, or no weight given. That's fine. She is 29 years old. It's 5'5".
Is releasing a special collectible figure with Ghost Right. Only 75 will be in auction. And tonight is the last chance to bid. Scan the QR code to get in on the action.
Well, Paul Book, I am here with the Street Profits and B-Fab, and guys, we have another championship opportunity next SmackDown against the Wyatt Six. How you feeling? You feeling ready to go? Are you on the same page?
I can assure you that Tez and Dogs are on the same page.
Look, me and Ted's been going through a lot the past couple months. Hell, the past couple years. And we realized this right here ain't worth giving up.
Look, Matthew, so the Wyatt Six can play all the mind games if they want to. Because next week we're not just competing for the tag team championships. Fight for each other.
Oh God, are we gonna finally get the Street Profits break up?
And we want the smoke.
This is a cool way to do their promo.
Docs, you may be going into this fight as brothers. Still consider yourself family and everything.
Your house is burning, surrounded.
You choke, smoke,
Nothing more than a pile of ashes.
The mind games continue, and let's run you through what is going to be an unbelievable Friday Night SmackDown next week from Perth, Australia. The Wyatt Six defend the tag team titles against
Yeah, obviously it's not gonna be a watch along next week.
Street Profits.
Whoops.
Sami Zayn will be at it again next week on Friday Night SmackDown. Another United States Championship Open Challenge. Who will step up?
Is there any? I mean, Grayson Waller's the only Aussie guy I could think of in the company. Are there any other Aussie guys in WWE that could accept the Open Challenge next week? Because I just don't. I could see it being Grayson Waller, maybe.
Champion, Women's World Champion Stephanie McCurr will team up to take on the United States Champion Julia and her business associate Kiana James. And it is official. Last man standing.
Okay, let's see. 27, 5'11".
Take your opponent so they can't make it to their feet by a count of 10. Damian Priest, Aleister Black, last man standing live next week. Wade Barrett will be with me on the call from Perth, Australia. The undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes set for tag team action.
Huh. All right, how many more of these graphics can I get done in the next 20 minutes that SmackDown has left? Because, kind of like on Tuesday with Dynamite, as soon as SmackDown goes off the air, I got to end the stream and I got to get back to work. 5'5", 138, 43.
Told me that he never thought he'd see the day that thousands of WWE fans would be singing his song, begging for his autograph. But the time has come for the 14-time world champion.
You know, that speaks to Paul Heyman was talking about earlier. They look at the spirit of conflict. I think there's a lot of facts, a lot of truth that's being told by Paul Heyman before the way these two came up. There was a lot of competition, man. I was there, I saw it 3 times for the win.
I'm here with the cat with the treat. I know. I gotta give Missile a treat. I know.
Did it to me, but I did it. Trust me. It happened. These 2 guys right here, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, trust your bet.
Paul Heyman said at the start of the show tonight that there is no way that Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes can last as allies and friends as long as Cody Rhodes is holding the undisputed championship.
You don't become 1-2-time world heavyweight champion being a pal, a buddy, or a friend.
And Book, remember, Orton's chasing history. John Cena, of course, the record 17-time world champion. But there's only been one other man that's held more titles than Randy Orton.
So Tony, I think I call him Booker on commentary for a tag match with Cody and Randy. I guess so, yeah.
Randy Orton still searching for one more major, just one more.
I was trying to figure out my head, but I figured it was Booker now.
5'8", 122. I hate that I have to use that website. Okay. Okay, 31. 5'8", 122.
Accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer, the Oracle, Paul Heyman, representing the Vision with a combined weight of 580 pounds. Braun Breaker, It was interesting. Cody Rhodes was on the Pat McAfee show yesterday. A very interesting interview. He talked about teaming with Randy Orton. And I said he isn't sure how many times will we keep doing this together as once each gets older in their career. So he said, one more time, Book. This is old school. Mega Powers like the team of Orton and Rhodes tonight against the Vision.
I get it. I guess these guys have grown in a lot of respect over the years for each other. I mean, both of these guys are world champions in their own rights and their own perspectives. Right there, Cody Rhodes is holding the gold, but like you said earlier, Randy Orton is definitely a guy who wants to get back to that point.
The Orton will start things off with Braun Breaker in this tag team matchup. I was doing a little research this week, and we realized this is the 20th time, Book, in their long careers that Orton and Cody Rhodes have actually been teammates.
A matchup like this against
Okay, 5'8", 120, 33. Really?
unstoppable as of late.
Well, it's been a long time friendship as well between the legacy of DiBiase early on in their career. How much Randy Orton has meant to them. Cody Rhodes will tell you that. So many occasions as Breaker set over the top rope. Orton's fired off. So far, so good for the team of Orton and Cody Rhodes. Again, kicking off the show tonight, the master manipulator, the Oracle, Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Trying to drive the wedge.
2, 130, 25.
Like you said earlier, there is some truth to what Heyman is saying. Randy Orton still hungry to win another world championship before it's all said and done, maybe a few more. The man who's had a pretty good grip on that championship, with the exception of a few months when Cena held it, Cody Rhodes.
Are we ever gonna get a face champion that the fans don't turn on in 2 months? I feel like Cody's done fine for the most part. I think his first run they didn't turn on him that quick. I didn't really start turning on him for a while, and even then I didn't really turn on him at all. I lost interest for a little bit, but like the thing that kind of made me go was the KO feud, where I was like, I could do with Kevin Owens getting the championship. I was just kind of like, I could do with Kevin Owens getting a run with the belt for a little bit.
The tutelage of Flair and Triple H in Evolution. Getting his career started, then he made a name for himself as the Legend Killer, and has gone on to be one of the all-time greats. What did he get there? What did he get in? Well, he did have the father of the American Dream. Of course. You're talking about that's where it's right here. This kind of the expert that made the art guy.
The regular IWC. No, the IWC will never be happy about anything.
Easy. And Brock Breaker's about to be introduced to the Viper.
That's your issue there. You're expecting the IWC to ever be satisfied. They don't do that.
Breaker gonna bounce Randy off the announce table.
About a kid that's on the ride, just moving up the ladder. Very, very quickly. Get out of the way, Cole.
Sammy going, oh my goodness, we've seen this before. And Breaker now. It's like that clothesline off the apron, missed it out.
Randy.
I think Cincinnati wants to see that again.
Here we go.
Randy.
Again, Paul Heyman, the Oracle, paying dividends.
That was a rough landing right there for Randy Orton.
Ooh, the guy was just getting a push. Let's throw the tomatoes at him. That's what it feels like being a Joe Hendry fan.
Now an opportunity for Breaker to take over the official Dan England with his hands full in this one. Look, we talked a lot about Orton.
It went from, oh, this is great. This dude's so funny. Oh, man, I'm glad he's finally getting his flowers after working so hard. Oh, I want to see WWE and TNA do everything with this guy. To the IWC, so many people in the IWC being like, what the fuck is this all about? 5'7", 136.
Now against Big Bronson Reed of the Vision, the 330-pounder. Remember what this man did to Roman Reigns and Clash in Paris with the Tsunamis. Reigns, of course, returning at Raw this past Monday to take out his anger on the Vision as we take a look at what happened during the breakdown. Paul Heyman had the official distracted, which allowed Reed to attack Orton outside the ring and drop him on the announce table.
Nothing but directive of Paul Heyman. These guys are about mayhem and destruction. And the thing is,
a lot about Orton roads in this matchup. You cannot forget what
5'9", 5'10".
Paul Heyman said future WrestleMania main eventers is Reed going to shoulder first into the steel post, and Orton's got an opportunity to make a tag.
let's jump on the most that line down to the Heyman guy. All Heyman guys going to go to that next level. But here comes Tony Rowan.
The American Nightmare, who faces the most acceptable Rollins a week from tomorrow. Trying to take out Reed and Breaker. Oh, kick.
Trust me, I've tasted that before.
Also, my biggest pet peeve right now is the let's replace part of this person's name with mid. Haha, we're so edgy, right? Yeah.
He's in a zone tonight.
Paul calls it to the wheel.
Oh, kick out by Reed at one. Authoritative kick out.
Yeah, the IWC is a very sad place. That's why I don't really exist there anymore. I considered myself part of it when I was a teenager, but I got better things to do with my life now.
to take the ambush attack.
It's Paul Heyman right there. The expert tutelage of one Paul Heyman.
It's amazing what Paul Heyman has done to many
5'5", 143, 29.
Probably considered one of the, if not the,
What?
the history of WWE.
5'5", 143, 29. Yeah, that's me. That, in case anyone wondered, that was Xander realizing Tony Storm is only 29 years old. That was me live on camera realizing Tony Storm is 29. I don't know why I thought she was in her 30s. But no, she and Rhea are the same age. I forgot.
Massive speed, the clothesline, turning Cody inside out. Breaker and Reed taking over.
I knew she was young, but she's only 3 years older than me. Yeah, she's 4 years older than me. I don't know why I thought she was a little bit older than that. Yeah, no, I really thought she was older than that. I don't know why I did. I did.
Out of the ring.
Oh, wait, no, I've got the New Zealand flag already in here because of Jay White last year.
A bit gingerly when he came down.
Okay.
Bronson Reed sends Rhodes back into the ring. The official checking on Cody to make sure he's okay. Bronson Reed doesn't give a damn. Reed and Breaker have been hell-bent on destroying people.
I get it. Coming up in this business, man. There's a saying from back in the day, you gotta be willing to step on some toes and step on some toes and keep on walking, Jack. That's what these guys are about.
And you got to give Rollins credit. Being able to put these two together on his team. So Bronson Reed did to Rollins last year. Half a dozen tsunamis one night. Rollins said he earned respect from Reed on that evening. Now look at Reed dragging Cody back to the corner. Isolating Rhodes from his partner, and Breaker makes the tag.
Good God.
Combined weight of 580. Crashed down onto Cody Rhodes.
Also, everyone acts like Paige is 85. She's only 33. That's actually incredibly young for a wrestler right now. So they're probably mid-30s.
Cutting off Cody's circulation on the bottom rope there, and Breaker and Reed look dominating. Now look at Breaker barking in order.
I think it's because she did so much so young in WWE that we just forget how young she actually is. It's like 26, 110, 5'3".
We're gonna make a tag. Cody fingertip away, and Breaker powers it back into his. Delivering the shoulders to the midsection.
The tag team work there about Braun and Braun. You gotta love it from a tag team perspective. Big shot there.
Now, Bronson there for the way. Cody Rhodes, the Ostilla. Breaker in off the tag again as the WWE fans try to get Cody back into this matchup.
Cody's in dire straits right now. He definitely needs to get out of this corner and do it quick.
And Breaker now unloading. You're right, but Cody's absorbed a tremendous amount of punishment here. But they find an opening. Breaker trying to hang on, trying to prevent Cody from making a tag to Orton.
Think about these also only 30. Good God, these people have lived so much life already. I think that's what throws me off. It's when they've lived so much life.
Cody. And look at how he knocks Cody down and stops between him and Randy.
Like, that's what does it for me. 8, 220, 34.
Cody ripped into the corner. Nobody home for Reed. Cody's got a chance.
Gotta get there, they gotta get that plant.
Oh, look at the set time. Cody rolled out of harm's way.
Cody just to make the tag.
Can he get the Randy up here?
So close. It's so close.
Back to back for hit comes up.
Here we go.
And Randy up.
Vintage. Vintage. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
That's right. And Breaker caught Randy with a boot tag made. Reed's legal. The 330-pounder.
It's really nuts how young or old some wrestlers are. As Rhea and Tony only hit 30. He's on prison time and has 7 kids. Bro's lived more life than most of this group combined. Yep. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna have kids, honestly. It scares me. How fucked up the world is.
Trust me, man.
Randy puts the back to his feet. A little too much time getting to the top rope, and the veteran Randy Orton tapping the line.
Big hands and everything in it.
Let's hit it this place. And now,
Alright, I'm about to have at least half. I'll have gotten half the graphics done tonight once I've done this one. Tyler Bate is 28 and Pete Dunne's 31. Yeah, Tyler Bate's the same age as my older sibling. I just need that to sink in for some people. Tyler Bate's got 1 year on my older sibling.
Oh, he's picking up speed.
oh, goodness! Tony! In the timekeeper's area to the barricade! Randy can't
Bate
believe
was 19. Yeah, me too. I remember watching Tyler Bate win the belt while I was sitting in the break room of Toys R Us. $34, $5, $7,
looks ready to start to kill his hand and go.
Oh, Seth's here.
And it's gonna get worse.
Oh, my God.
Fox and Reed.
33.
Here I am, winner. Ron
5'8", 33.
You know, Randy was once called the Legend Killer. Big Fox and Reed, they soon take over that moniker. Reigns last month, Randy Orton tonight. And thanks to Seth Rollins, Fraser and Reed with one of the biggest victories, perhaps the biggest victory in their careers.
Look at ball heads. Ball heads until it's pulled off. So that's the plan, man. Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, once I get this last graphic done, which I was going to drop the renders in real quick. I will have gotten half the renders done tonight, and I'll work on the other half on Sunday if I keep going.
Delivered the stomp. Looked like Breaker is leading on its own.
So we got Nick Wayne at 20 and Javon and Leon at 21, which is really right. Really is. Cody's in stomp position, isn't he? I was going to say, I have a feeling this is going to backfire. All right, that's going to do it, folks. Let me go get everything together for Missile, since we got our one donation for the night, which was for her. And I'm going to give her her treat, and then I got to go. There we go. Close out all the right tabs. All right, we'll be right back. We got to... We got to do this thing, and then I got to go. She's here. Missile, guess what? The people paid for treats. Missile gets treats. Now, Missile, what do you say to the people? Say, thanks, people. Put me the fuck down, Dad. All right, there we go. There you go. Missile has gotten treats. Now she's here. So, if you can settle down, you can hang out in here while I work. So the issue is I have trash in here, and that's her favorite thing. Trash is her absolute favorite thing to eat. You just heard her. She said, yeah, it is. Missile say, trash is my favorite thing, and I will never stop eating it. If I had to pick between trash and a 5-course meal, I'm picking trash. Why is that, Missile? I came from the trash. It's kind of true. She kind of did actually come from the trash. She was a cat distribution system adoption. Oh, hell. Surprise, motherfuckers. It's me. Fucking Missile. You want to say anything into the microphone for the people? Give her a little head pat to get her to speak to you all. Okay. All right, Missile. Say bye to everybody, Missile. Dad, you're